Unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reactions. What are nucleophilic substitution reactions? These are also called as SN1 reactions, tertiary alkyl halides, tertiary alcohols, tertiary alkyl ethers undergo SN1 reaction or SN1 mechanism. Only tertiary ones, not primary or secondary. They are in some cases. Because of corresponding tertiary carbocation is more stable, and here tertiary halide, alkyl halide, and tertiary alcohol, tertiary alkyl ether. And giving one example in which I am removing halide from it, and the resultant formation of tertiary carbocation, which is more stable. Rate of SN1 reaction is directly proportional to stability of carbocation. It is non-concerted reactions, which means intermediate is there. Intermediate is carbocation and it is a planar molecule. And chiral carbon containing tertiary substrate on SN1 reaction gives racemic mixture. What is racemic mixture? 50% retention, 50% inversion is called 100% retention product. Racemic mixture is optically inactive because due to its external compensation. Carbocation stability increases, rate of racemization increases, more stability, more racemization. Substrate configuration and the product configuration is same. The product is called retention product. Same retention product. Substrate and the product configurations are different here. Different or opposite. Product is called inversion product. Also, rearrangement in carbocation takes place. So here carbocation rearranges according to its stability. And polar protic solvents are preferable in these reactions. Rate of the reaction depends on concentration of substrate but not depends upon incoming nucleophile. Here only the concentration of substrate. And example, leaving nucleophile and incoming nucleophile. If the leaving nucleophile and the incoming nucleophile are in same position, that is retention product. If the incoming nucleophile occupies the opposite side, it is inversion product. You can see it clearly. Here another example, leaving nucleophile and the first step is slow step and it is rate determining step. Then the carbocation, the nucleophile may occupy its place by above the plane or the below the plane depending upon its occupation. It can be of retention product and also it can be of inversion product. And here the graph which represents the tertiary substrate and result. Slow step carbocation, fast step rate is directly proportional to the substrate. Giving another example, here the leaving nucleophile is bromine and the incoming nucleophile is OH. Solvent is aqueous NaOH and it is results in the formation of retention and inversion product which is inactive because of it is a racemic mixture. It's racemic mixture. And the another example, here the leaving nucleophile is iodine and the incoming nucleophile is cyanide. And it is also racemic mixture. If incoming nucleophile is H2O, then the reaction is called hydrolysis. If the incoming nucleophile is ROH, then it is called alcoholysis. If it is ACOH, acetolysis. And bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reactions are SN1, no, SN2 reactions. Primary alkyl halides, primary alcohols, primary alkyl ethers readily undergo SN2 reactions and it is concerted reaction, so no intermediate, no carbocation, no rearrangement. This reaction takes place with activated complex or transition state transition state, and activated complex has trigonal bipyramidal geometry. Trigonal bipyramidal geometry. Electron withdrawing groups, we represent it as EWG, increases the stability of activated complex. Therefore, SN2 rate increases. The most important is delocalization increases SN1 and SN2 rate increases both SN1 and SN2. Rate depends upon both the concentration and nucleophile substrate concentration and nucleophile concentration only in incoming nucleophile. Therefore, nucleophilicity increases, SN2 rate increases. Strong nucleophile increases the rate of reaction. Strong nucleophile increases rate of reaction. And either on alpha carbon or beta carbon branching increases, rate of reaction decreases because incoming nucleophile goes backside of leaving nucleophile. Polar aprotic solvents are preferable. Here polar aprotic solvents are preferable, and chiral carbon containing primary alkyl halide on SN2 reaction gives 100% inversion product. This inversion is called as Walden inversion or umbrella effect. So what is the umbrella effect? By this example, you can know about it very clearly. Here I am giving the reaction. Here incoming nucleophile I am representing as NU and the solvent is DMF. Outgoing nucleophile is bromine and it is inversion product. Here the mechanism, substrate, incoming nucleophile, activated or complex, a transition state, and then the activated complex transition state, then the result, inversion product. As I stated earlier, primary alkyl halides, alcohols, ethers undergo these reactions, and the intermediate is activated complex or transition state, which is in the trigonal bipyramidal shape, and electron withdrawing groups like NO2, CN increases the rate of reaction. And delocalization, most important point, delocalization increases both SN1 and SN2 reactions. Here giving a graph which represents the transition state in high energy, and the substrate and the product rate is directly proportional to substrate and incoming nucleophile. And alpha and beta carbon branching increases, rate of reaction decreases.